Reem, afternoon, mate. How are you?
Good, man. Hope you're good as well.
Yes, mate. Lockdown's coming towards the end, and the sun's starting to come out, so I can't complain at all. And listen, I think we won't beat about the bush. You know, we've obviously had a long chat privately
Yeah,
on Monday about everything that's kind of going on. Went through things that you've been told, things that obviously I've seen out in the ether, and sort of cut through it all, and sort of come to I thought, real good chat as a couple of men, and sort of understood where both people actually what happened, actually things that were said, and sort of
yeah,
the truth behind matters, and kind of resolve that issues. And I thought, we both agreed it'd be a good thing to do publicly, because we know a lot of my viewers and your viewers actually intertwine with each other. There's a lot of things that have been said. So I kind of hand over to you, mate, to have your say and say what you got to do, bro.
yeah. I mean, obviously, as me and you spoke, there was information. I'm guess like information coming to me, obviously information coming to you. I think obviously the information that got to us was probably not said, not put in the right way. A lot of miscommunication, a lot of there were lies as well, lies involved and things like that. And obviously with me, I just heard certain things and blah blah. Probably should have confirmed it with you and seen whether it was true. And I just saw red. I just got angry and said all these things I said in it. Um, and I'm gonna sit. I'm gonna be and I'm gonna admit I was wrong for doing that. I should have probably confirmed with you because obviously me and you have spoke many a times before. Uh, when I was on the terrace, I had your number and everything. I should have contacted you and spoke to you about it, and not jumped the gun, and things like that. Do you know what I mean? Um, I was wrong in that, and I do apologize, obviously, to you, Terry. I apologize to the guys as well. Um, it was I spoke to some of the guys, and they let me know that listen, what you're doing, it's wrong. You could have spoken to me or spoken to you, and we could have spoken about it and hashed it out as adults, and we're not kids. Do you get what I mean? You didn't have to abuse them and blah blah and this and that. So I'm actually here to be a man about it, stand up tall, and apologize, man. Do you know what I mean? And apologize.
Yeah, and as I say, I said that it's behind the scenes. Like, we don't need to go through on air all the intricate details of what was who told you what and what was said. We know
Yeah,
now that the accusations that were made about exploiting people, not playing people, trying to blacklist you, trying to stop people working with you, none of that is true. And we both know, like, I knew that already. You're now happy that that is the case, and I'm glad that's been resolved, because that really isn't how I operate as an individual. And what I do think is really good is that you've been man enough to come onto a stream and
mm,
say that you got something wrong and you shouldn't have done what you did, and apologize. So of course, 110%, I accept your apology. And when I accept someone's apology, that for me, it's dead, it's done, it's over. I know you're
mm.
apologizing to the others that I know there were other people in the terrace that you kind of had cross words with and you went for, and I'm sure there'll be some individual apologies you do behind the scenes around that. I suppose the only one other thing that I do feel needs to be addressed is there was one tweet you put out where you referred to the football terrace sort of panelists as being, on plantations and slaves and stuff. And I get a lot of that stem from frustration and anger. And I suppose that's the only other thing that I think that needs to be quashed, that, no one on the terrace is here because I'm forcing them to, or I have them kind of bent over a barrel. And I think just getting that cleared up is important as well.
Yeah, listen, I'm a grown ass man, in it. Do you get what I'm saying? I did say what I said. It was wrong. It was wrong. It was fucked up. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie. Normally, with me, I can't lie. I'm gonna sit here and be honest with you. I am a petty person. Do you get what I mean? When I'm pissed off at someone or things like that, I might take the hardest way or find the hardest way to get at them and piss them off and things like that. Um, I'm gonna just say it straight up. I was wrong in saying that to the guys. I have spoken to a couple of them
Yeah.
privately behind the scenes. So I've spoken to Kendall. Who else did I speak to? Bob's, Igal, spoken to them, apologized, spoken to Jem as well. I'm yet to speak to Indiana and the rest of them. Do you know what I mean? To apologize and listen. I was wrong in saying those things. I was pissed off because I just felt at the time some of them were speaking on something they didn't exactly know about it, and I
Yeah.
went into full attack mode. Maybe I should have spoken to them, and we could have, done some confirmation about what's this and what's that. Yeah, and yeah, I am sorry, man. I'm sorry in it. Do you know what I mean?
And bro, listen, and from my point of view, as I said the other day, it was hurtful for me to hear these accusations that weren't true. But at the same time, there's things for me to learn from this. My approach, you know, maybe what I should have done in reflection is gone to someone like yourself first and said, look, I've heard this coming through the ether. So I'm not going to, you know, because what I can't reveal like some of the plans I've got for people because that stuff's kind of private. But there was a case of some of our panelists and stuff, you know, we're not happy for them to have an association with people that are spreading X, Y, and Z about us in that way. And that's my learning curve in this as well. And, you know, I appreciate the apology, 110% accepted from my part. And I'm sure everyone on the terrace is going to feel exactly the same because it takes an absolute man and a gentleman to go on and do that. And listen, that's it as far as this stream's concerned in terms of talking about this. We're going to chat football.
Over, man.
We're going to bring the absolutely over, and it's good that that's been done and resolved. 100% accepted in terms of that. I am getting people in the comments say that Fabrizio Romano has confirmed something, so that's why also.